dedicated to my cousin. She passed away 6 months ago. She had a personality disorder, which led her to a suicide, which you guys are hearing this. This morning I woke up and realized that it was almost summer, the hottest month in the year. Right before the seasons become ignorant and allow us to forget what being warm and cuddly inside feels like, I find myself suddenly craving for this. To know what it feels like to have all of my connective tissue declassifying themselves, to inhale and not know where the tip of my breath is going to end up to breathe, and not care if the tip of my breath never ends up to breathe, and not care if the bad exhaust never lets me breathe again. Some people call this death. But I'm cool with stitching my post to the hourglass just as long as I can watch it trickle away. Watch the sand play Superman with gravity, then self-title myself God and flip the hourglass right side up just so I can feel the suspense break my silence. This is called borderline personality disorder. And 69% of us knows what it feels like to set our words on fire, then choke on the ashes when the smoke inhalation isn't doing the trick. I'm not suicidal. I prefer you call me curious. This side of life is a little too black and white for me. Sometimes I want to know what a rainbow world would feel like underneath my feet. Want to know what it would feel like to crush air in between my fingertips and lick the oxygen off of the residue. I never wanted to be normal. Life became a game. Sick and tired of antidepressants, so I found a different pick-me-up. But every time my mother's fist played hopscotch with my flashback to being 8 and hating to use the bathroom. Always convinced that this kind of blood doesn't happen when you're becoming a woman. It happens when someone else forgets that you're still a child. Flashback to the only letter you ever wrote to me after the trial. Dear Big Brother, my room smells like you tonight. With the mint of your skin smelling strong on mine, I'll hate you tomorrow. But today, I'm just gonna feel sorry that you couldn't love me the way normal brothers love their little sisters. Flashback to the only letter you ever wrote to me after the trial. Dear little sister, I'll make it up to you someday. So this is me now. And people like me don't mind balancing on the edge of the train tracks right before it's supposed to become essentially cataclysmic. I just don't have the strength to let it hit me yet. We play guess and check with the city stoplights like I guess. By the time I hit the middle of this crosswalk, that white Durango will be brave enough to check me into the box I want to be buried in. I don't want to live like this. Hating the way the trees aren't as convicting as they used to. Waking up realizing I died through the whole summer. Playing with Purgatory in my nightmares, daring it to finally push me in my dreams. Holding on to the edge of these skyscrapers with weak prayers sliced into my skin. 10% of us knows what it feels like to jump. And I want to ask them, are you there yet? Did the gates open with steady warm arms like a sunrise in August, or did God scold you over the intercom? What are heaven's rules and regulations for suicide when you have no other choice? And what kind of tears are we allowed to cry when gravity stops working? See, 10% of us knows what it feels like to jump. It's August, the hottest month in the year, and the other 90% of us just want to know what it feels like to finally fly.